Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the thumbnail, Project VW begins now. I was able to order a bunch of parts for the Jetta. Long story short, we're keeping it around. I want it to be running perfect. I want it to be the perfect daily, but also blend in any car meet or car show. So, as you can tell, we have a lot of parts to install. I wasn't sure where to begin, so I figured the front would probably be the best place to start. I also want to look at the fluid reservoir sensor and see if we can replace that. Let's go see what's in the boxes. We'll start off with the H&R Sport Springs, lowering springs, but this is also a cup kit, so it comes with H&R shocks and struts that can handle the drop. We've done coilovers, they're rough to ride on. We've also done stock, which is fun, but we don't like the way that looks. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. In this box is pretty much where we will begin. This is a new fluid reservoir sensor we'll need to slap on once we get that bumper off. New fog light bezels, because the ones that are on there are trashed and burnt. So it's gonna look way better. Under that, we have So under that box, we have the gauge pod to go with our new boost gauge kit. And why a boost gauge? That's to go with our new GFB diverter valve attachment here. It's gonna make it pretty much a blow-off valve for the Jetta and its little baby turbo, just so we have a little fun noises. We also have brand new rear mounts, all new suspension bolts, nuts, the works. That's part of the turbo setup. Yeah, pretty much everything, even new sway bar end links. Also to go with the suspension, we have new control arms. Nothing fancy, but anything will be better than what we've been riding on for 120,000 miles. This will be brand new, so pretty much refresh the whole suspension. This thing is gonna run great. And in this box, we have a rear window spoiler. We have a new rear spoiler. We're gonna be taking off the GLI one, and a new diffuser here. This is their new diffuser kit that they released, and this is all gloss black. So to go with the gloss black diffuser and the rear lip spoiler, we're gonna be touching up the front lip on the Jetta that we have on it now. It is kind of beat up, but I think we can save it. So let's go back outside and see what we gotta do with it. All right, you can tell this front lip has seen better days. We're gonna take it off and give it a gloss black spray. That way it'll match the new diffuser. We're also gonna be replacing those fog lights, and we're gonna see if we can get to that sensor for the fluid reservoir. All right, so the bumper is off. We have actually a very good view of the reservoir itself. I know in the GTIs, I saw some videos where this was kind of even buried even deeper. Apparently on the GLI, it's actually easy to get to, and I think just fishing out the hose would probably be a pain. But again, this isn't leaking that we know of, so we're gonna test it and see if it's just the sensor, which, let's see, where would this sensor be? There we go. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, we're gonna test the sensor. Since we could see it all, let me put this back in there. This just pushes in, huh? I realized how to get this back in there. You wanna just kind of twist into the grommet until it actually grabs. So let's put this back on. Okay. This is the old sensor. Let's fill this up with water and let's see if it does anything. Well, that would explain why the lights keeps going off. We definitely have a leak, and I'm trying to see if I can find a crack. Well, we still need to test the sensor. So we got it full, obviously, so sensor's in. Let's see if the car even knows it's in there. All right. Looks like it's gone. Oh, I see, they're attached to the hood. That's why. And I got the hood open. Okay, that's what's going on. All right, looks like I can send the sensor back. All right, so we basically have a leak. That's our problem. So, unfortunately, sensor has to go back. All right, looks like I was right. It's not leaking anymore. And it's gonna be this. It's this piece right here. So I just need to clean this up and add an O-ring just to get it better seated there. And I think that should fix our issue here. I was checking to see if it leaked at the solenoid as well, but it doesn't. That's holding. And obviously the sensor works. So I don't even know why Volkswagen put that there. I'll come up with a solution for that. Maybe I could just order that gasket. We need to bring in the bumper and get her prepped for what we want to do. Let's bring her inside. All right, so back inside, we got the bumper right here. We're gonna be getting it pretty much disassembled so we can put the new pieces in. We'll figure out the washer reservoir situation later. We can order that little rubber gasket, maybe like $3 or something. Maybe I can wrap something around it. I didn't even think about it. Maybe I could put some Teflon tape or something. So here's the bumper. This is the GLI front lip. We're gonna be removing and painting and getting that cleaned up. Look at that. We're gonna be replacing those as well. As far as this lip is concerned, these screws look very old. So hopefully we don't strip anything and we're still able to mount this. I don't know, we might have to just order another one. Woo! Yeah, I didn't see all that. We're gonna just throw some paint on it just to make it look pretty for now. But let's get it off. Alright, so that went about as well as I thought it would. It's snapped. So, yeah. We're gonna throw this away. You know, it's time for a new one. I thought there'd be a way to kind of salvage that piece, but who am I kidding? They're only held on by just a couple of, was it Torx? Yeah, you could even use a flathead on these. And then these pop off and very easy to replace. You can get a set of these for cheap on Amazon. I think I only paid close to $30. Now the trick to get these off, let me see, is to kind of push and then pull because they're held on right here. There you go. Oh yeah. Installation same as before. Slide those in, and then this piece is going to want to hit this part. Just kind of flex the bumper a bit, and then it'll fit snug after that. These even came with new bulbs. One more to go. That looks way better. We're gonna put the bumper back on the car, and yes, it is in rough shape, I know. We're gonna try to clean it up as much as possible. This paint has seen better days, and we're gonna be putting a wrap on this by Aura Vinyl, and I can't wait for that moment. But for right now, we're gonna put this back on and see if we go shopping for some front lips. All right, before we put the bumper on, I'm gonna see if we can temporarily fix this leak. It's gonna be right here. This is the piece we need to replace. I'm gonna order it, but let me see if we can just fix it for now. So the way this works, this piece goes in, and then this piece goes inside to add pressure on the outside edge of the rubber gasket, causing it to seal. Well, it's not sealing, so we need more material on the outside. I'm going to use some Teflon tape. Should look something like that. Let's see if that does anything. There we go. A lot more pressure. Second test. All right, I'll leave you here to keep an eye on it. Watch for drips. I think we're fixed. I think we did it. I'm happy with that. Let's make sure let's still make sure that the fluid sensor still works. Fluid sensor gone. We have a clear dash again. I'm sorry, that dinging. Freaking dinging drives me nuts. Okay, so no more lights. Beautiful. Everything's running perfectly. This still works. Splash splashy. Okay. Let's cut the power off. We're gonna check for leaks one more time. No more leaks. That was it. Problem solved. I would also just check your sensors and your solenoid as well. Make sure they're not leaking, which pretty much just check here from there, but especially right here, because this could actually just be pulled up by hand. But this one's sealed good, and I think that's all you really need to check on the fluid reservoir. Again, I've heard these are prone to cracking, but apparently it's just a design error. That really shouldn't be there. I'm guessing it's for a secondary solenoid. It looks like there's a space for it right there, but mine just doesn't need it. Maybe for headlight washers, perhaps? That makes sense, right? I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so as the sun sets on day one, I'm very happy for the progress that we made so far. The fog lights look amazing, and we fixed the leak on the fluid reservoir. So very happy about that. Even though the sensor itself only costs like $3 at ECS Tuning, I don't even know if it's worth the trouble of sending it back, but at this point, I'm happy. I got a clear dash. Things are working. The front looks way better than it did. So progress is coming, and I'm excited. Thank you guys for hanging with me so far. If that helped you out, if you like what I'm doing, stay tuned for the second day where we throw some more parts at this car. If this is your first time here on Joel's Driveway, consider subscribing. If not, leave a like before you go, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.